Greetings, citizens, and welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. I'm your host, Al P. on you, and tonight we're diving into the topic of the open seas. We'll explore why making allies is essential when navigating these vast waters. Join us for an engaging discussion and insights. So without further ado, let's set sail. So you're interested in navigating the seas of Verra, are you? First, you're going to need a node that has advanced enough to develop a harbor equipped with the necessary facilities to build a ship. I anticipate that such nodes will likely be among the first to reach metropolis status, given the immense value of the aquatic resources. The oceans of Verra hold countless secrets beneath their waves, from rare fish ready to be caught during the deep-sea fishing expeditions to hidden shipwrecks awaiting discovery and monstrous creatures that dwell in the murky depths. But before you take to the sea, you will first need to head to a harbor and build your ship.
Clear, you will not need to be a shipbuilder profession to construct ships. The shipbuilder profession, particularly, they have the ability to craft components of the ships, which increases the ship's capabilities, defenses, speeds, turn rate, offense and defense, all those types of things. And then they can sell those to other players just as you would any profession.
Now that the shipbuilding profession has been removed, using components most likely from tailoring, carpentry, and metalworking, similar to Arcade, would be my guess as the direction they went. From this point, you're going to need to decide on the type of ship that you'd prefer. Currently, there are 3 options available: a small vessel, which likely includes fishing boats, which can hold up to 3 crew members, a frigate that can carry up to 8 crew members, and a large raid ship akin to the galleon will hold up to 40 crew members. When building your ship at the harbors, you'll want to make sure you customize it just the way you envisioned it and make sure that the blueprint allows for it before you start construction on it.
And then Karthos wants to know about ships. For ships with variable/utility or variable utility/weapon locations, is this assignment done when the ship is first created, or can it be changed when the owner desires?
This would be something that's done at the creation stage of the ship. So if there are variable locations that are available as part of the blueprint of that particular ship's design, those elections would be made prior to construction completion.
Now, when sailing, different types of ships will require more crew to be effective. If it's anything like Sea of Thieves, teamwork is going to be essential in manning the sails, keeping the angle and the direction to take full advantage of the wind. Also, when it comes to repairing the ship when under attack.
We have our next question from Schwan36, who wants to know about naval ships. Will larger ships, both frigates and galleons, have a minimum capacity requirement in order to be mobile?
In order to be mobile, no. You need a captain to drive the ship. In order to be effective, there is a scaling amount of additional personnel that are required on each ship type or class in order to be most effective. And that scales, of course, based on the size of the ship.
Keep in mind there will most likely be a strict crew limit. In Arcade, there was a debuff that your ship would get having too many crew members that would cause your ship to start sinking, so it's imperative to choose your crew carefully. Additionally, something I'm hoping to see but has not been confirmed in any way, shape, or form is an aspect of Atlas which allowed you to hire NPCs for gold to help you man your ship's sails and cannons while you were at the helm. I certainly wouldn't be opposed to having some kind of help. Your guild might not always be available at the time that you're available to play and want to be able to take on the open seas. I would imagine these NPCs wouldn't fight if attacked when they boarded your ship, but from a distance, at least it would look like you have some crew on your ship. This is also where I fully expect to be in the game at some point is a spyglass, which would be helpful to easily spot such a tactic. As far as ships go, I suspect the frigate class will be the ship most similar to the merchant schooner from Arcade, especially since it's mentioned that trade ships will have significantly larger capacities than caravans. From the information we have so far, I'm hopeful that they are merging the elements of the worlds of Arcade, Sea of Thieves, and Atlas in their design for the open seas. If they can come anywhere close to the Sea of Thieves water physics and weather designs, make sure to carry some motion sickness pills or bring a bucket because you're in for one hell of a ride. It's my view that the waters of Verra are set to quickly become the most popular region, as greatest rewards often lie beneath the waves, so do the greatest risks. When the seas become accessible early in the game, expect a mad dash for these opportunities.
From Gruntag, man. Steven, what do you see as a typical day for a band of adventurers that choose to sell out to the ocean? Aside from other players, will this band of seafaring adventurers possibly run into NPC pirates at sea, sea monsters, storms?
All of the above, question mark. Yeah, it's
Ooh.
like, I mean, obviously, so there's an NPC structure that exists out in the oceans, right? These take the form of sailing NPC, fortresses, whether that be large frigate or galleon based ships. um, and they take the form of raid bosses, they take the form of general sea based NPCs. There's treasures that you can find on land and explore out at sea, as obviously one of the missions is why you would be going out to sea. There's escort missions that you can participate in. There are for coastal nodes, there are hooks out to points of interest that take control of harbors. Harbors have a significant amount of influence over the waters. That's their primary hook, right? And some of those are straightforward and interactable with an NPC to receive a quest for, and some of those have to be discovered at sea. So these are all things that are make that type of area in an MMO exciting, right? You don't just want to have water for water's sake. You want to have water because it's a different experience from a content perspective than what's on land. And in order to be a different experience, you have to have that content. Yeah.
Not only will every major guild be in a rush to explore the seas, but the more nefarious denizens of the seas, pirates will be on the prowl as well, targeting unsuspecting fishermen and merchant vessels to plunder their cargo. It was encouraging to hear Stephen say that ships can be repaired at sea, provided that you have the necessary materials with you. This feature is reminiscent of mechanics in games like Atlas and Sea of Thieves that would ensure ship battles not only are lengthier but also a little bit more thrilling. I'm hopeful that there will be a way of outfitting ships with a telescope per se. In Arcade, this was a valuable tool that spotted ships further than the eye could see. It would also display the name of the faction. Now, since there are no factions in Ashes of Creation, but you can name your ship, it would be cool to see the name of the ship on such a device. So if you see a ship named the Booty Bandits, you might want to turn the other way, because this could be very useful in not only avoiding trouble, but also finding trouble. Also, for those fishermen out there, there was also a sonar for the fishing ships to go ahead and find those great fishing spots. Certain ships are bound to be faster than others. A galleon with a competent crew and the wind at its back could be very hard to outrun. Exercise caution when approaching other ships, as pirates might be lurking in the waters ready to board your vessel. If pirates do seize your ship, they are likely to do more than just steal your loot. They might also run your ship aground and destroy it just for shits and giggles. Should your trade ship be destroyed, it will turn into wreckage, similar to a mechanic destroyed for caravans. Losing your ship will be costly and time-consuming to repair. It's not something you can fix in 5 minutes in some Shadigan sand. Such losses might leave you feeling frustrated, but they will also ensure steady work for the carpenters. So if you're attacked by a warring guild or pirates, think twice before you decide to jump overboard trying to escape. Because even if you escape, you can't summon boats unless you're at a harbor, which could leave you facing a very long swim back to safety. Not to mention the unknown dangers lurking in the waters ready to strike. It's uncertain whether a family summon could rescue you from such a predicament. And even if it could, you'd still need to empty your inventory first. You might be thinking, Peon, the seas are vast. Surely I can do whatever I want out there. While this may seem to be true, I'll explain why it might not be the case in the world of Ashes of Creation. The game's world, including its seas, spans about 1,200 square kilometers, consisting of roughly 480 square kilometers of land and 750 square kilometers of ocean. Additionally, there's a special zone called the Underrealm, adding another 100 square kilometers, which at some point down the road might have some of its own naval content. Consider the vastness of 750 square kilometer sea. But also remember that Ashes of Creation is unlike any other that we've experienced. Servers are designed to support a large number of players. Initially, the servers will handle between 8 to 10,000 concurrent players. There is likely to be a substantial number of players swarming to a highly sought-after area of the map that is likely to attract individuals in search of valuable treasures. With this in mind, I want to emphasize the importance of joining a guild. The seas are an aspect of the game you'll definitely want to experience and truly deserve to enjoy. If you're not yet part of a guild, consider looking through the Ashes of Creation Discord under the guild recruitment to find one that aligns with your personality. Speaking of guilds, I invite you to check out Overlord, the guild I've been a part of for over 2 years. It's a successful Alpha 1 guild known for its exceptional leadership, which provides excellent direction and fosters a strong sense of teamwork. I'll include the link below in the description. Whichever guild you choose to join, it's imperative that you heed Margaret's advice. Make friends. Some other things players will be on the lookout for on the open seas are the treasures that might be obtained through fishing or exploring the naval content. And on top of that, there is going to be the underwater dungeons that are going to be considered to be part of Ashes of Creation's naval content. While you're sailing the high seas, keep an eye out for naval NPCs. Games like Arcade, Sea of Thieves, and Atlas all featured these challenging foes who would not only keep you alert, but offer valuable loot and experience. It seems Ashes of Creation is headed in a similar direction, which excites me because it enhances the seafaring experience. Crucial reminder, once you cross that demarcation line shown on your screen, indicating entry into the deep ocean's water, there are no penalties for players attacking you, and no repercussions other than giving them the digital equivalent of the middle finger. This highlights the importance of sailing with a guild or at least a group of trusted companions. Don't venture out with your hard-earned goods without a solid plans for safe transport. The seas in this MMO are like the Wild West, untamed and full of mystery. I'm eager to dive in and uncover the deepest secrets and dangers lurking beneath the waves. To wrap up, I hope this video gives you a clearer idea of what to expect from the maritime aspects of the game and prompts you to think strategically about how you're going to approach them. Will you stay clear of the seas? Will you dive in with reckless abandon? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe. It's free and greatly supports my new channel. If you're looking for a community to join and talk more Ashes, come visit me at my Discord at the Hidden Dagger Inn. Also, come catch me on Twitch every Saturday where I stream at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time and talk anything Ashes. As always, thank you for watching and have an excellent day in Verra.
Work complete.